too.
Hello everybody and welcome to Not the Living Dummy. Today is a very special occasion because, well, it's a collection video. My very first and not my last, I swear. This has been in development for the past like 2 years and I just never got around to it. Just because like how small the collection was at, around that time. But now I got a shelf and another one. But we had that one for a long while. This one got last year specifically for this, and finally display my full collection here of books and whatnot, random merchandise. So let's get started. But first, we gotta do the collection video, show pulling out every single book because I know everybody wants to see that. I do too. I bet you guys are screaming, "Show the books! Show the books!" So let's show the books right now. Let's start with the OG 62. Welcome to Dead House. Skip 2 and 3. Say cheese and die. Isn't it exciting? I can't put the book back. Curse of the Mummies too. Let's get invisible. Night of the Living Jackass. Okay, obviously we're not gonna do that because that just kind of sucks. I mean, especially when the collection is like pretty like this impressive in size. Well, it's not that impressive. Well, especially if like collection videos have like tons of merchandise. You want to see that. You don't want to see a random guy just calling the names of the books. Like, we can see them. They're right there. We're not blind. We're not stupid. Unlike the people making those videos. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're just gonna go into the interesting stuff. First off, with the first shelf here, or the top shelf. Let's start off with the main attraction here, the Tricky Studios figures, all 5 of them. I completed the set earlier. It was late last year, around December. Last one I got was the Scarecrow. And the first 2, which I know would be the popular ones, Slappy and the Haunted Mask. Okay, Carly Beth. Slappy came with, of course, the figure stand and Curly's torso and head. It was not worth the $25. Let's just say that. Everybody else kind of justified except for Slappy because of his size. That's why I think they gave you 2 body parts for him. And then the Haunted Mask, of course, came with the stand, and of course, I think one of Curly's arms or legs. I think it was one of his legs. Of course, you got the Mummy, not Priscorio, because this is Curse of the Mummy. One Monster, which I say is kind of like the weakest one in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Curly, which of course you collect all 5, you get Curly. Curly is kind of mixed for me because he's made up like this softer plastic that's not like the same like texture, or not texture, the same material or plastic they use with the figures. It's much more like rubbery, and it's like it just doesn't really, I mean, it looks good, but like if you want to display it, it's gonna topple over, which that's why I glued a stand on him, and he's kind of in the middle, so he wasn't this tall. He did not come with the display stand out of the box. You basically just have to buy his own. I don't know why Tots didn't include a display stand for him, It would have been cool if they included it with Slappy, just to have more value towards it, or more bang for your buck. Because you're really just paying like $24 for a figure with 5 points of articulation, a stand, and 2 billet pieces, and it's like 4 inches tall. Anyways, we got 2 of the stands here. The figure display stands. So you got number 1 and then Haunted Mask. I only chose to display those 2. The other ones I have packed away in their boxes. I still have the boxes for all the figures here. Next is the Goosebumps board game, which I got for my birthday last year from outside. This is like the only piece of like Goosebumps movie merch you can probably get right now, and probably the easiest to get. Maybe. This was released around the movie. Pretty between some monsters they put on there. And of course, you got the Funko Pops that released 2 years ago. Waited forever for these. Now we have them. Apparently, there's 2 more coming out. I think later this year. Kind of mediocre ones to choose, if you ask me. Goosebumps on DVD, the first movie. Little Benson figurine from Toy Story 4. My other favorite item in my collection, one of the Ultimate Slappy World box set, which we'll get back to later. The books. Over here, next to that, is this Curse of the Mummies 2 notepad, given to me by Goosebumps for Dummies. All of you probably know him by now. He's been with the community for a long while. And then my most recent item in my collection from this year, Goosebumps 2 on Blu-ray. My dad gave this to me. Although for some reason it did not. I'll just show you here if I can open it on camera. Okay, one of the figures fell. For some reason it came with the Blu-ray, but not the DVD. I mean, which is fine, because like I have a PS4 which I can just DVD something. Like it's kind of strange. Just put it back up top here. I swear, if like these figures fall, I'm gonna have a riot. Stay. Anyway, that back. Next is we'll get to this a bit. Goosebumps on DVD, the retro tins, and this curly invitation birthday card from the 90s. Also good to me by Goosebumps and Zombies. Thank you, Alex. I love you. That's the first shelf. Now we're gonna get to the bottom shelf. Well, not bottom, the second shelf, which is comprised of almost all of the Euro 62 and some reprints. Some of these I am missing, at least the original copies. So like I'm missing Monster Blood. What else? Monster Blood. Night Terror Tower, Cloak of Doom. So I am missing some of those, at least the original printings. I still have the newer ones. Just your eyes on that. I really like the color scheme of the original 62. It makes them pop out a lot more. The rarest book, probably by far, right now in my collection, is Werewolf Skin. Alex gave this to me in our second package he gave me. It's actually not that bad a condition. I mean, I don't really care what condition it's in as long as I have the book. Just put that there, I'll put it back later. And then we have GYGs, Groups 1 and 2, and then some Goosebumps UK reprints, the classic reprints. So, there's some examples here. For example, this is a US copy of Ghost Next Door, and the book just fell. And then the UK copy. The colors are the same, but the font choice for the title is different. They now have this Goosebumps advertisement for the movie. The Goosebumps logo is now red, similar to the Goosebumps Coraline logo. Nami Jimo's picture is gone with the original text from the first couple reprints. The spines are the most different. Instead of having like this red and black spine for all the covers, they each have their own like specific color. Sort of like they did here with the Oral Sign logo, but just making the whole thing like one color. It's pretty much all differences. The back is probably like the most major difference. If I can show you the back. They have the stupid taglines here, so silly. We got some other books here. Yeah, these UK reprints came out in 2015, I think. To correspond with the movie. The reason why I say that is because there's advertisements for like the Blu-ray DVD releases for that. And that continues on to up here with some more reprints with the Haunted Car and blah 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 one. Then we get to the original tin reprints. I don't have the blue tin yet. I've been thinking about getting that. I still haven't got around to getting it. I would have got it a couple months ago if they had it, but they didn't. This is every single retro tin up to the blue one, which I don't have. And then just a random book here, Savvy Blue Letter, hardcover. From as far as I'm aware, this is the only. I think it was only released in this format of hardcover. I have not seen this thing since 22. I'm surprised they haven't reprinted this in like a paperback, just like they did with One of the Haunted Mask. Kind of odd, especially for a slappy book. You would have expected this to have like multiple printings, so that's it did. Not sure. I recorded that in 25. Anyways, that's it for the second show. Well, technically first, and now we're gonna go to the bottom one. Now we get down to the last and final show for the collection. Here, it's very small. It doesn't fill the whole space. I did have another one of the shelves here. It's just that I'm using it for something else. I'm gonna tell you guys later. Anyways, only have 3 Horrorland books. Actually, no, 4. Not 4. Books 1, 2, 8, and 13. And then one measly Most Wanted book, which is a kind of the people. I do have all the Slap the World books, which one the 18, and then House Shivers, the 2 movie novels. This one's graphics here. Subject of horror, great great stories. Well, great adaptations. Just besides Dummy 1, Haunted Mask. Monsters of Midnight. So, it's unreadable. We're not gonna get into that. And then, not the last book, kind of the last book on the show. Who is R.L. Stine? Part of the Who Is series. I'm sure you guys know about the series. Absolutely adored this book because of the illustrations. Reminds me a lot if it came from Ohio. That's basically what this is, like a sort of updated version of that. Now for these items here, well, these are just, to get these out of the way, this is just a plant from the ritual tents. Anyways, getting to these here, this is a coloring book, which was released in 24, I believe. The original cover was not like this. The original cover used like Book Slappy. I don't know why this one uses Movie Slappy with green eyes. Everybody like flipped the shit when this was announced because like we had never had a Goosebumps coloring book, and we all thought like, well, this is cool, especially being for the modern day. There's some interesting artwork choices in here, like Rose Skin, Deep Trouble 2. Came from Make the Stink. Everyone, you'll see that often. This is just a cover. Yeah, it's a mixture between like Book Slappy and like Movie Slappy. As you can see, I never colored in this. It's my sweetie. This weird praying mantis. I bet this isn't from Goosebumps at all. It's probably just some clip art they just found on Google. the Tinchacobus artwork for it. So you have the recent, not the decent one. Another slappy page. Warcry Monster. It's basically they're up to basically boot order until you stop by Haunted Mask 2. And Dummy 2. And then get to Goosebumps. This book came out, I think, in 2012, I believe. It was right before. It was right after the Horror Line series, and right before Hall of Horrors. It's basically an activity book. Always wanted this book as a kid, and now that Alex gave this to me like 3 years ago, it's kind of average. It just shows you how to draw Goosebumps monsters and whatnot. I would have had a thriller with this if I owned it back then. And now, the final items, which are both hardcovers, both are library bindings. This one you can get fairly easily. Goosebumps Slappy World Diary of a Dummy. Some of my favorite Slappy World books, or at least cover-wise. I don't know, story-wise. It's all library binding, hardcover. You know, everything's there. Sorry for the bad camera work. I don't have a tripod, so I can't really do this well. And then, my favorite and probably rarest item in my collection, maybe, I'm not sure. Goosebumps presents TV book number 15, Monster Blood. I've only ever seen one copy, and it's the one I'm holding in my hands. I've never seen another one of these since then, nor another one of these presents books on hardcover. Oh no, this is something like stupidly rare or whatnot. I don't see like hardcover bindings of presents books that often. I think I've only seen like the Real Mine, Attacking the Mutant, I think Calling Out Creeps, and no, I think it was Attacking the Jack-o'-lanterns, and then Attacking the Long Nose. Yeah, I'm glad to own this just because it's like something unique that you don't really see every day. If this was Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, it'll probably be the rarest thing in my collection by far. Maybe I could afford a Monster Blood for it. I don't know. And with that, the Goosebumps collection tour, whatever you want to call it, is now done. This video has been, well, not requested, but I've been wanting to do this for a long while. So I'm glad I got it done. And don't worry, this collection is gonna grow, hopefully by next year. We're now having this glass cabinet and like a shelf up there. I'm hoping to put some more stuff in here. I do want to put the Tot Slappy doll. Yes, I am saving up for that. Hopefully soon, so I can put it in there. Oh, the camera. There we go. So yeah, I'll probably do an unboxing of that. But as for right now, hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tell me what your favorite parts of my collection. Tell me your guys' collection. What kind of rare items do you have? Do you have any rare items? Do you have any items you'd like to share? Leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time.